Okay, so welcome along then to VFL F1 Esports League. So first stream we're actually doing for this league should be an interesting one though. So we're here for, I think it is, let me just make sure I did put it on the stream thumbnail. It is round 8 if I'm correct. For their season currently, it's the Canadian Grand Prix, so it should be an excellent race here. We just begun the 18-minute short qualifying session, so let's see who's going to be first to get out on track. I do see, I think an Alfa Romeo is about to get out. That's a Racing Point and a Red Bull getting out, so we're going to get some stats up on screen, and let's see what kind of times we're going to be seeing here at Canada. It's been quite a while actually since we had a league race here at Canada. I think since F1 2019, I haven't actually streamed a league race at Canada as yet, so for our first league race here, it should be pretty good. Let's see. I'm interested to see what kind of lap times we're going to be seeing here, though, and we're going to be probably comparing it a little bit to F1 2019 from the times that we used to have there. So let's just keep that on best, and yeah, it's going to keep the stats to a certain way. I don't think we need telemetry on. We're going to take that off for now. And let's just see who's going to be first to set a lap time and what sort of time we're going to be looking at. So we got a full grid of drivers. It's been quite a bit of a while since I've actually seen that as well too. So thanks again for everyone who's currently joining us on the session right now. If you are joining us from the US, I guess it's afternoon. I think it's like about 5:17 p.m. for me right now because I'm on Eastern time. I think most of these guys are going to be on the UK time, so that's going to be about after 10 p.m. for them. So good evening to everyone joining from the UK. Expecting an excellent race. I'm just having a look at most of the PSN names now. Hopefully, I already apologize to the guys if I do get it wrong. And I'm seeing some different names that I'm used to. Should be a fun session though. Alright, so I think Nexus is just beginning his hot lap there now. Quite a few guys have just begun their lap. So as they come down to the end of it, it's not usually a long lap here at Canada. I know times usually range from like around a minute 10 seconds or something. On average, it's about that. I think that's called like a pretty good time compared to what we used to do in F1 2019. I know some guys do 109. Oh, and he invalidated a lap already, so that's already messed up for him, and he was trying to do those on hards. So I'm going to switch around to Rookie here. Let's see what he's up to. He's in a Red Bull going. He is on his hot lap going, coming around that section. Pretty interesting straight here before we get through that chicane, before you get to the Wall of Champions. So let's see how well he actually takes it as we go on board with him. Oh, does invalidate that lap. Oh, we do have some times coming in already. As I said, I expected these are the times that we're about to see. So Virgil is getting a 109.6. I'll be getting used to the PSN names, don't worry. And Jacob at a 110. That's a pretty good time as well, I would say, for that 110. But that 109 is the sweet spot of right where you want to keep it. So let's see who else is about to make a time. Oh, there we go. We got Huge Sam with a 109.7, and I know Virgilus and Huge Sam are fighting it in the championship right now with about 6 points difference, I think it is. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out between the two of them. Oh, Darson with a 110.1, not bad. So the lap times are pretty close to each other here. Just about 2 tenths between P1 P2 right now, but still got a lot more time to come in. Let's see who else is running. We got Reds running here in the next. Oh, he invalidated as well. That's the next Alfa Romeo running. He's in the pits. Let's see who else is running here. Oh, we got Wooly running. So he's driving a Renault. Let's see, he's on a hot lap right now, running on mediums as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how strategies work out for these guys going into the race. A lot of guys trying to do this on softs. I know a few cars are going to be trying to do it on medium because they're just going to want to pull a one-stop here at Canada, compared to some of the guys who are going to try to do a two-stop and get on the faster tires and make up some ground, but they're going to have to really work at it because it is a really short lap around here. So following Wooly right now, let's see what kind of time he's about to put in. He has a Ferrari in front of him. Not sure which car that is as yet, but we're going to get to the rest of the guys as we do get further into the session. It is good to see a full grid of cars though, so thanks to Scotty for getting me in contact with the league so we could actually get this race done today, because I did not have anything scheduled. So it should be... I think someone just went up. Is that Jacob? No. Oh, Wooly, he just went up to a 111.7 to P7 now. Might want to try and get into the 110s here. If it what it looks like, it seems that those 110s are right where it's at if you want to have a pretty good grid start on the race start here. Alright, so let's switch on to someone else. I got quite a few guys on outlaps. I think Raceway might be... Oh, he invalidated. It is quite easy to invalidate a lap here at Canada. I'll be honest with you, from personal experience, it is not always easy doing a pretty fast lap and without invalidating it. There's so many corners that you have to just be so careful, especially on the F1 2020 game. It hasn't been a lot easier, I'll say. Some of these tracks have gotten a lot easier. I would say like Spain, for example, in my personal experience, it's gotten a lot easier for me to drive. A lot of points here, usually you lose the rear end of the car. You don't so much as you usually would in F1 2019. You don't do it in the same way in F1 2020. So some minor improvements, I guess, I would say, in terms of how the cars handle this year. But Canada seems to be, I'm not sure, it seems to be a little tricky in terms of the points at which you could just easily invalidate a lap here. So the guys are going to have to be careful with that. Let's see who's actually running out. We got James in his racing point. Let's see what he's up to right now. He might be on a hot lap here. We're not 100% sure, but I think he is. Does seem to be actually. So let's say on the overhead view with him as he goes around, and let's see what kind of time he's about to do. It should be one heck of a race though, with a full grid of cars here at Canada. We have more races at Canada for the rest of this week. I think I have another league tomorrow doing Canada as well. With a pretty great battle, close battle out in front for the Drivers' Championship, same as we have here. So we're going to see how that plays out by the end of this race. Also, we're going to look at how penalties as they're going to be handed out during the race. And I'm not sure if we do expect a safety car or a few VSCs to happen on this track. Canada is known a little bit for having, you know, safety cars happen from time to time. There have been a lot of incidents that usually tend to happen here, because cars do tend to fight it pretty hard in terms of, you know, catching up, trying to get overtakes done, and just making ground for any simple mistake they might have made during the race. Alright, so that's a 112.5 for James. So let's see what the board looks like. So we're just under 10 minutes remaining. Oh, we got Vagelis with a 109.6. Excellent time from him. Hugh Sam with a 109.7. 2/10 off of that time for P1. Johnny Stokes 109.8. Jacob with a 110. And Dawson just 1/10 off of him with a 110.1. Nexus is doing a 110.2. He's on another outlap right now in his... Wait, I'm trying to see... Oh, we still have quite a few guys left to make some times. Scotty seems to have invalidated his lap running in his Renault there. Gonna have to try and get a better time than that. That Alpha Tour just went off track just a little bit, so probably is getting out of the way, not sure. Okay, so that's next is 110. Oh, what's happening there? They're not racing, but they're just trying to get themselves set up to go do a lap, I guess. So Rez is in 7th in the pits, Rob is in the pits, Georgie in the pits, Wooly 10th. He's on another outlap going. Trying to improve on that 111. I got quite a few guys down at the back here. Kirksey is still trying to make a time. Oh, Hugh Sam goes 109.6 and takes away pole position from Vagelis there. So what's gonna happen in terms of the start of the race? The two of them I think gonna fight it out down to the end. I'm not sure how well the battle is gonna go. Hopefully we don't have any incidents between the two of them though, because it does seem that both of them are going to be starting on the front row of the grid. So that should be fun to watch. think Raceway might be on a lap here in this Ferrari. Let's see what he's doing. Fabulous is going to have to try and come out and make another time, because Sam just did an excellent lap though on mediums. I think he did it on for 109.689 and Fabulous with a 109.698. So just about like a few thousandths of a second off, I gotta say. Let's say a few thousandths of a second off of each other. So that's pretty interesting. Oh, and Fabulous is getting out on track already for his another out lap. And still I have just about 40% of the grid to make lap times here as yet, as Raceway is coming around now. Let's see if he's going in the pits or gonna make a time. He's about to make a time. It's an excellent overhead view of Canada there, going onto the pit straight. And let's see where he goes. Goes across the P5, 110.41. These times are so close together with these guys. It definitely has to be some intense racing happening here today. I think I just saw someone did a purple sector. I'm not sure if that was Nice and Spicer. Might have been Nice and Spicer. Let's see. We're going to continue along with his Mercedes. Might be doing Mercedes proud if he actually just did a purple sector and about to get up there and fight Huge Sam and Vagilus for the lead. Or for the start of the race actually. Someone getting to the corner, getting out of the way. Hasn't invalidated so far, so let's see what kind of time he's about to put in. Oh, only goes P12 at a 111.6. Gonna have to try and improve on that. We have just about under 6 minutes remaining here though, so he's gonna have to put a rush on that. Let's see, Scotty's on the lap right now. Let's see what he's doing. Gonna have to really push that Renault engine to see what kind of time he's gonna get. Gonna want to try and get at least in the top 6, at least for the start of this race. You don't want to be on the back end of the grid for a start at Canada. It does get a little bunched up around turns 1 and 2 at the race start on lap 1. Oh, that's a purple sector for him. And that was purple sector 2 for Scotty there. Scotty is third, I think, in the championship for the driver standings. So he is expected here to have a pretty decent start time. Oh, and Vagilus takes back P1 with a 109.1. 5/10 off the time of Huge Sam, so that's pretty good. Let's see where Scotty goes. Oh, Scotty goes P4. 109.816. Just about two. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so close. Johnny Stokes, just about 2,000ths of a second off there. So Johnny might want to try and come back and make a better time, just in case Scotty does try to go for a better lap. To get one more position up, but he'll be starting on the second row if things stay as is. So Johnny and Scotty, they're together, and they're both Renaults. So both Renaults on the second row of the grid for the start is not going to be bad. That's going to be some really good potential points for the two of them. And let's see, so Huge Sam drives for Haas, and I know Vazis drives for the Alfa Romeo team. And his teammate, I'm not sure where his teammate is at the moment, but hopefully getting into the points there as well. Quite a lot of drivers still yet to make time, and we're running out of time right now, as I think Dilligaf might have made a purple sector 1. I'm not sure. Does seem like he did. Following him, he's driving the other Mercedes right now. Let's see what he's doing. Be interesting to see if he can get Mercedes on the third row, or at least for the grid for the start of the race. Oh, James goes P3 with a 109.7, so a lot of 109s from this league guys right now. So pretty impressive times, I gotta say. Nothing worse than a 112, not even a 112, but still a few guys yet to make time, lap time here. So Max Baron still to make a time. Oh, goes P1 with a 108.5. That's an insanely fast lap time here for Dilligaf. So excellent job for him for getting on pole so far. It's still professional pole until we end off qualifying here. 3 minutes to go. And I want to see if Vagilis and or Jacob or Hugh Sam or even James and Scotty or Johnny can get a time into the 108s, because that's a 108.5. They could even try for a high 108 here rather than a low. Not sure if they're gonna go for it though, but let's see what happens before we get to the end. But Dilligaf doing an excellent lap there. I got Mass Baron here. Let's see what kind of time he's gonna be putting in as he's coming up to the starting grid here pretty soon. You have to be so careful not to invalidate or end up in the Wall of Champions as you go through that chicane. Oh, only goes 17th, 11.7. That is not going to work too well for him for the start. Jared is on a lap right now. Let's see where he goes. Oh, I kind of switched that there. Crooksy is on out lap, so we're going to switch to him in just a bit to see where he lands. When, at least when he begins his hot lap. Oh, Reds with a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Jacob. That's not going to go well for this race. That's definitely going to hurt him. He is currently in 9th, which means that's going to push him all the way down, probably down to 14th for the race start, if he does stay in 9th by the end of qualifying here, which is just about under 2 minutes left. Not sure how that collision happened, but you got to be so ever careful not to get a grid start penalty like that. It's really going to hurt your chances in terms of the championship. So that's Jordan 15th, and let's go down to Crooksy now. Let's see what's going to change. Got Doiji in 13th. So Crooksy drives the other, he just did a purple sector 2, he drives the other Haas. His teammate is currently in P4, I think there. Yes, he is. On another outlap as well, trying to get a better time in. Doesn't want to be starting P4. That's second row on the grid. You really don't be there. Dilligaf with a only 108.5, only 108 on the board right now. So that's the most impressive time we had for the session so far. We're gonna see what race pace lap times. Oh, Crooksy goes 108.7. Edges out Hugh Sam with a 109.6. So both Haas starting in the top 10. That's gonna be pretty impressive. A lot of points if they can actually keep it there. Alright guys, so I think we're coming right down to the end of the session here now. I'm not sure who is still running. I think Hugh Sam is still running out right now, trying to get a better time. Just did a purple sector 2. He might be trying to push his teammate down and try to get a better start than Dilligaf there. Let's see if he can actually get this done as we're going to follow along with that Haas right now. Let's see if Hugh Sam can get this done. He is currently fighting with Vagilis for the championship, for the driver standings points here. Just about 6 points difference, I think it is. So let's see what he can do. Definitely going to want to try and improve and get a better start. And let's see if he can improve 109.689. And he goes P3 109.017. Does improve. Not bad for the start of the race here. So for the Canadian Grand Prix, let's see. We got Dilligaf is going to start on P1. But let's wait until the entire session is over anyway. Because I think a few guys are still running. Can't count them out. We might see some better times. A lot of things do tend to happen down at the end of these qualifying sessions, as they do at the end of the race session as well. So we're just gonna wait on that and let's see how everything else goes. So I gotta say, I'm actually quite impressed. Not a bad start here for the VFL Esports League. They're doing pretty well. I'm pretty happy about seeing a full grid of cars. It's been a little bit while since I've actually had a league race with a full grid, so happy to have that happen. And I hope we have an excellent race and have all 20 drivers finish. I know we might have some incidents, minor incidents, hopefully just not major. I think I am expecting at least one safety car to happen in this race. I do call my predictions at first. And maybe a VSC or 2. I'm not sure about that. I'm not so sure about the safety car, but I think we might have to see a VSC. Not 100% sure if it's going to be at the start of this race or not, but we're going to have a look as we'll try. Hopefully we don't have a disconnection of what usually happens at the start of a race. And remember guys, sometimes I don't know how well they've actually fixed, Codemasters has fixed the issue with the glitchy leaderboard at the start of the race. It sometimes does it still, it sometimes doesn't. I think there was another update release, I'm not even sure how much update has been released so far. I know I downloaded the last one. Hopefully it's fixed and we don't have that crap happening again. It's really annoying when the whole grid just gets messed up on my end. So we're just waiting for the timer to calm down now, and that's going to be the end of qualifying here. Daily Gap seems to be holding that provisional post still, as most of the guys have retired. Most of them are finished. I think that's the end of it. I don't think anyone else is running, but I still do like to wait for that table down at the end with the results to call out our starting grid. Either way, let's see. So it does seem that we have Dilgap in P1, Crooksy in P2, Husam in P3, Vangelis P4, Jacob P5, Raceway is 6, James 7, Johnny Stokes 8, Scotty 9, Rob is going to be 10th, Red's going to be 11, Darson 12, Nexus 13, Dorsey 14, Wooly is 15, George 16, Mitch is 17th, and I just lost the leaderboard. I'll get it to the end of it either way, don't worry about it. Don't usually see Haas running this high up. So let's see, we stopped off at 17. Let's see who else was left there. So 17th was Mitch, 18 is Nice and Spicer, 19 is Mass Baron, 111.7, and 20th on the grid is Brookie. Red Bull all the way at the back, Mercedes in 18th, both McLarens 15 and 16, both Renault is 9th and 8th there. See, so starting on the front row, it's a Mercedes and a Haas. Second row is a Haas and an Alfa Romeo, and then a Racing Point and a Ferrari. Not your typical starting grid here at Canada, but we're gonna have an excellent race either way. Hopefully, not any incidents on the start. We're gonna try to catch as best of an overhead shot of the start of this race as we can for the first few turns, so we get any incidents. If they do happen, I'm not sure if we're gonna have any. As we said before, this is our first race with this league, so not 100% sure what to expect as yet, but we're getting to that pretty shortly here now. We're just gonna wait for everyone. Our cars are already on the grid. Just wait for everyone to select their race strategy. That is what tires they're gonna be using for the start of the race, if they are allowed to choose, because not everyone will be. And set their fuel mixture, and I guess that's about it. Set up their pit stop strategy, also when they want to pit and how much pit stops they're gonna be doing, whether it's gonna be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. So that's basically what the strategy is going to be like here at Canada. Easy is going to be starting on mediums and going to the hards, I guess, or starting on softs, trying to go to the hards down to the end, depending on how much lap we're going to be doing here. So let's see what strategies these guys are going to try and work with, as we should be loading pretty shortly here. Once again, thanks to everyone who has joined on today to watch us, watch these guys race. I'm just the one talking here. Please do leave the video a like. Thank you guys very much. For everyone who shared the link out as well, thanks a lot. It does help us out. Alright guys, so they are off on their formation lap now. Every car will go one by one and go around. I love the way they're actually leaving the grid there right now. Everyone is actually leaving one by one going around. So our lap 0 is going to be formation lap, so everyone can just get their tires warmed up for the start of the Canadian Grand Prix here with the VFL F1 Esports League. We're gonna leave that on position change, leave the telemetry on, lap data on, and leave the full track map there. So let's see what's gonna happen at the start of the race. So remember guys, I do leave position changes on so we know who lost what position and who gained what, because it's not so easy to follow everything that's going to be happening on track at the start of this race. So Crooksy and Hughesam, that's it. So both Haas just behind each other, second and third for the start. I know we got Hughesam and Vagelis fighting for the championship. I think it might come out to who can finish better than who here. That's going to somewhat affect who's going to be leading the championship after this. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see what Dilligaf is going to do starting there in P1. Wow, that is quite an interesting pit stop strategy there from F1 2020 game. 4 stops. For 3 stops. Alright, so the cars are now aligning themselves to the grid, and then we should be getting started. Alright, let's take the telemetry off for now just to have a good view of what's happening. I think the last car is getting into its place right now. That's probably Brookie. Oh, there is another car coming there. That's Brookie coming there now. Alright, I think we're just about ready to go, and here we go guys. So let's see who's gonna get a better start going into turn 1. Alright, that's 5 lights. And that's it, they're off. Oh, I do see someone getting a hurry start there. Let's see how the start goes. Oh, a lot of cars getting together for the turn 1. Let's see, hopefully no incidents. Trying to follow turn 1 as much as we can. Does seem to be clean so far. Quite a few position changes though as we do continue to go along here. And yeah, we have Racing Point being spun. We have the whole entire grid lineup being mixed up on the screen there right now. So let's just avoid that. Let's just take that crap off for now. Hopefully it resets in just a bit. Dawson gets already a penalty there. Let's get out in front, see what's happening. Alright, so this is our leader here. I'm gonna try and follow as long as we go. We're not gonna know who is where at the moment. Oh, got the Alpha going. Let's get the stats back on screen now. Okay, let's go. So that's Vagelis trying to get a move on Crooksy there. Huge got up into second place. Dilligaf still leading the race. I got Vagelis still in his place where he started. The race was still right where he started. Vagelis is trying to get a gap to go off of Crooksy right now, but not getting the correct gap. He has to get a decent amount of space to actually get that move done without causing any damage to himself or the car in front of him. Let's now switch this to tires and put that on. We're going to have DRS enabled on lap 3. That's going to be to an advantage to a lot of drivers here. So gaps are close basically everywhere. I see Wooly is extremely close as well to Rob there. Following Scotty right behind Jacob right now in that Racing Point. He is going to try and get a go at him. Hopefully soon gonna have to try and use all of his overtake if he can, because it's the only thing available to use at the moment. But he is trying for it, but not getting close enough to get it done as yet. Remember the lap times in qualifying were extreme. Oh, got a little bit twitchy with the rear end there. Did catch it back though. Oh, I see Dilligaf getting quite a lead out front. 1.6 seconds already the gap is between himself and Hughesam. So Hughesam losing some time to Dilligaf. Crooksy is trying to catch Hughesam, trying to keep the gap under a second between his teammate there. And Vagelis is trying to catch Crooksy. It's 0.2 of a second. Oh, Nexus got past Scotty there. Nice and Spicer got past Wooly. Oh, and Reds got past Mitch. Quite a few overtakes happen. DRS is now enabled, so that's going to be an advantage for quite a few drivers. As we can see, quite a few battles happening on track right now. Nexus trying to hold it in front of Scotty. Scotty might be trying to get it back, not sure as yet. He's going to have to fight it with Nexus to get it though. Raceway with a 3-second penalty. They're going to have to be watching and be careful with those penalties, because it is going to affect you down to the end of this session. Let's see what Vangelis is going to do in P4, if he's going to be able to catch Crooks. He's still under a second, going to have DRS, going to use his overtake when he gets a chance. Trying to follow with Johnny right now as he chases down Raceway in that Ferrari. Oh, but he has Nexus right behind him to worry about, with Scotty coming right there as well. So that's an extremely close gap. Something might be happening pretty soon. I do see penalties still being given out. So Johnny and Scotty teammates trying to get rid of that AlphaTauri between them. That's Nexus there. I got Vangelis getting very close to Crooksy. He might be trying to using his DRS, using whatever little overtake he has left, going into turn 1, but I don't think he's close enough to get this done as yet. He's going to have to just wait it out. Oh, trying to cut it a little bit on the inside. Has to actually try and avoid a penalty. We got pit stops happening. Jacob, Mitch, and Jord in the pits. And Mitch has a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Vangelis with a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. He's going to have to want to be careful chasing down Crooksy and getting away from Raceway now, who's 4 seconds behind him now. So Vangelis is going to have to try and be careful with these penalties if he wants to increase his lead with the championship here. Has his teammate out in front of him, I think. Nope. That's a Haas in front of him. Following along with Johnny and Raceway again here. Oh, and Johnny's going for it. What a view we had there. Let's see if Johnny's gonna get it done. Johnny is coming out in front as they go wheel to wheel, getting down to, oh, has to take it behind Raceway there. Gonna have to hold it for now, because it is only just a certain amount of cars to with a one-way ticket to go through that chicane by the Wall of Champions there either way. So gonna have to be careful with it. Nice and Spice with another 3-second penalty. Darson up a position because Wooly's in the pits. Deutsche is in the pits there as well. Let's see where Crooksy is. He's chasing down his teammate Hugh Sam right now. I'm not sure which Haas driver is faster here. If it's going to be Hugh Sam or Crooksy. Is qualifying is one thing, but race pace is a totally different thing. So let's see who's going to allow who through. If Crooksy can actually get up to Hugeman, Hugh Sam, I'm not sure if Hugh Sam is going to allow him to get through though. I know drivers are usually in communication with each other over the radio during a league race. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, I'm not sure, but let's see how that goes as we continue following with Nexus now and Raceway. Oh, there's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Brookie retired from the race. Something has happened to Brookie's car. He is out of the race currently. VSC, our first VSC of the race, and I think Nexus was trying to go get a move done. Had to hold it back though. Everyone's going to have to stay where they are. No overtaking moves allowed. You're not going to be able to speed on the safety car too much, or you do get a penalty for that, which is something you really want to avoid here, especially at Canada with pit stops costing you somewhere between 18 to 20 seconds average. You don't want to, well, you have quite a few pit stops happening out front, except for Crooksy. He did not pit under the VSC. So some of the guys are trying to get a free pit stop under the VSC because they don't know if a actual safety car, a full-on safety car is going to happen. So they're trying to make the best of the situation here, trying to take their pit stops now on lap 6. We do have a full 35 laps to do on this race. So still about 29 laps more or so to go as Crooksy now takes the lead. So Johnny comes out. Well, he didn't pit either. He's now in second and the VSC is over. We are back to racing now. And let's get on to it. So Dilligaff did take a pit stop. He is now in third place running. He's going to try and get his way back up to P1 to get pole position for the race. Rob is running P4, 1.1 seconds behind Dilligaff. Going to try to catch him. Darson is P5, just so close behind Rob right now. Let's see. So Red Bull and Mercedes fighting it out with huge Sam right behind them. He's going to be fighting it as well. So a really good battle here going on for P4. Dilligaff is right in front of them, so that's going to be heading on to P3 pretty soon. But let's see if he's going to try and get his car away. As they do go down this straight, they might be trying to go wheel to wheel with it. Not sure. He is getting past. Gonna take it on the racing line. Keeping okay, that's pretty good for overtaking move. Got that pretty cleanly done. That was actually pretty close as well. Got into the racing line just before having to take that turn. Huge Sam trying to get a move done on Rob. Fighting it through turn 1. Huge Sam stays in P5. Rob now down in P6 there. Vangelis now in P7 running. Red's in P8. Extremely close gaps are all around this track. We haven't followed too much at the back of the field, but just following down in front here. Vangelis now trying to get a move on Rob here. They are teammates, so... Oh no, sorry. His teammate is behind him. That's Rez looking on. So Rob and Vangelis trying to get it. Oh, I think Vangelis is going side by side with him. Trying to get past into that chicane. Is going to get it done. Nicely done by Vangelis there. So takes P6 off of Rob. Now down to P7. He's going to head out for a huge Sam in P5 now. He's only 1.3 seconds off the lead of that Haas. So that's going to be creeping up pretty soon. That's another battle happening as we have huge Sam getting side by side with Darson, getting past Darson now, taking over P4. Vangelis now have to fight his way through Darson to get to huge Sam. So one heck of a race happening here today at Canada. We got positions changing everywhere. Dilligat for the 111.9 for race pace, fastest lap so far in that Mercedes. Excellent job for him so far. Oh, we got Raceway got a position up. I think Mass Baron has taken a pit stop. Oh, we got Crooksy leading comfortably out front with Johnny Stokes leading in second there now as well. 5.7 seconds between Crooksy and Johnny. Dilligaf now it's 2.8 seconds behind. Johnny, he's on fresh mediums, gonna try and catch him up. Already took one pit stop. Let's see, Hugh Sam is P4, 2.9 seconds behind him. Sorry, and oh, we got some positions changing already here. So Vangelis has now gotten past Darson. He is now in P5, chasing down Huge Sam, who is currently P4, 1.3 seconds. That gap is going to break down pretty fast as they're right behind each other going. I don't think Darson is going to be able to catch Vangelis. Yeah, he's getting out in the distance already in that Alfa Romeo, driving pretty well. Huge Sam is now 1.1 seconds in front of Vangelis there. So that gap is breaking down by the second as we speak. And Johnny Stokes pits. He's on 7 lap old softs. He takes his pit stop. He's going to be moving down the grid just a little bit. That puts Huge Sam up into P3. Vangelis up into P4 now. They're still fighting out. The gap is under a second as that Alfa Romeo is chasing down the Haas driver now. I think Huge Sam is going to have to defend pretty well to get this, keep P3 right now. It's a good fight for the championship going on. Points, and I think the penalties are what is going to come in play. And we have a safety car. Reds is out of the race. Something has happened down at the back. I'm not sure if we'll be able to have a look at it. No, we might not, since drivers are going into the pits. Everyone is pitting down at the back, so we're not going to be able to have a look at that car. Not sure what happened to Rez there, but he is out. So full-blown safety car right now here at Canada. We're on lap 9, which means we're about lap 11 to 12. We're going to be getting back racing there. So we're going to be seeing quite a few more pit stops happening. So Crooksy leads off of Dilligaf, off of Huge Sam, then Vangelis in P4, Darson P5, James P6, Rob is P7, Raceway P8, Scotty running in P9. Third in the championship, he's going to want to try and get a little higher up to get some more points. His teammate Raceway in the other Ferrari right behind him there, I think. Yeah, he is. And then Rob and Raceway, they're both Ferraris here. So let's see, we got 4 more pit stops happening. Let's see how the grid is going to get mixed up here after the pit stops have occurred. Let's get out back front and follow what's happening. So I got Tilligaf leading just behind the safety car. I got Crooksy trying to catch up to him right now. Everyone's going to try and catch up and line up behind the safety car before we get back to racing. So I know some drivers are going to enjoy having a safety car here right now because they're going to be having to take their pit stop, and I think some drivers are taking the pit stop going on to hards, which means they're going to be pushing down to the end of the race on those hards and not going to be pitting again. So that's going to be good on their end. Drivers who already pitted are not going to enjoy this because this is just holding them up right now. Battles were getting in the brew of a mix happening, and some drivers now are going to have to just go it all over again. And Dilgap and Crooksy are just going to have to try and build their gap out front to stay in the lead of this race. So I think Dorji is the only car currently in the pit. So still 18 drivers in the race. Not that bad, I gotta say, for Canada here. It is a pretty fast-paced track, so you gotta just be so careful. I know what, guys, I think I'm just gonna get onto the Discord here so we can just, as we're under the safety car, we're just gonna go through these standings as they are for this league, since it is the first race we're actually doing for them. So let me just get that up here. I did see it earlier. Alright, so I have the championship standing. So as they are after the last race that they had, we're gonna go to constructors first and let's see how that's going. So it does seem that Haas is leading the championship right now in first place, and we got the Renault team in second, Alfa Romeo is in third, Mercedes in fourth. Wow, surprising to see them there, and Racing Point just behind them in fifth. Not surprising to see that one happening. And then we have Williams in sixth, then we have Ferrari in seventh. I don't know how many of you are going to say the surprise for that one. That 8th is AlphaTauri, 9th is McLaren, and 10th is Red Bull. Obviously going to be surprised by that one there. So let's head into the driver standings now and into the points. So let's see what it is. So we got Vagelis is leading the driver standings with 109 points. We got Huge Sam in second with 103 points. He's 6 points off the leader there. Scotty running in third for the championship right now with 90 points, and Crooksy is fourth with 78 points. Dilligaff is fifth right now with 75 points, so he's running excellently right now, leading this race. Then James in sixth with 73 points, Darson seventh with 40 points, Johnny with 39 points in eighth, Nexus in ninth with 37 points, Rob is 10th on these standings with 30 points. We got Mass Baron with 14 points in 11th. He's not running too well in this race at the moment. He is out of the points. He's gonna have to try and get into it. And then we have Cogwheel with 9 points for 12. Wooly is 8 points, that is, sorry, in 13th. Oh, tying Reds with 8 points there as well. Then Raceway goes with 1 point. So interesting mix in the championship there for driver standing. So it's basically big battle between Vagelis and Huge Sam today, I gotta say, because I did put both of their cars on the thumbnail screen with their names and points on it, just so we can have a look at the battle that's gonna follow with that. We should be getting to the end of the safety car here pretty soon, but yeah, looking at the points, it is pretty impressive how these guys drive. So definitely looking forward to see the end of this race. And you know what, I'm really hoping that the guys enjoy the stream as we do it here, so we can make some arrangement to, if we possible, to do this every single Friday. If you guys enjoy it as well, do let us know, so we can just have that happen, so it will be at the same time. I think for UK time it's 10:15 BST, that's the time we're starting. Eastern time, my time, it's 5:15 EST, and it's going to be 4:15 CST. So that's usually the 3 time zones I use when we have safety car in this lap. So that did cover our time. They're taking through the constructors and the driver standings. And let's see what Dilgaff is going to do. He's going to earn some serious points, especially if he can get fastest lap here as well. As we're about to get back racing, we can see Dilgaff holding back the field right now as the safety car goes off into the distance, and he's going to be the first one to get racing. And it's going to happen just after he goes through the chicane, just before the wall of champions there, and he's just going to just keep them back as much as he can and try to get the best possible start going through that section. And both Haas behind him going to come up to him now. Let's see what that Mercedes can do to defend himself. He is not very high up in the championship. Mercedes, for the constructors, they're going to have to try and get something done in this race to increase that. James with a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. You're going to have to be careful here, guys. So we're back to racing now. Lap 13 we are on as everyone goes through. Let's see what's happening. Oh, quite a few overtakes happening down at the back here with Racing Point getting through. Oh, getting off the grass just a little bit there as well. Fighting a nice and spicy 3-second penalty. Might want to be careful with those. Both Racing Point with each other. Hopefully they're not fighting and racing against each other, just trying to get ahead as much as they can, but it is a little bit difficult. Oh, I think I got Jacob trying to get past Nice and Spicer here. He is pretty close, gonna try and go for it. No, not on this occasion. Not enough room to go on there. Didn't want to risk it. And nice and spicy, losing the rear end just a little bit, but did catch it back. Good save on that one. He's gonna try and get him maybe on the straight coming up here. We're not gonna have DRS right away. Oh, does get a better exit off Nice and Spicer. He might try to push it. I did seem to try to take the inside line on that, but didn't seem to, Nice and Spicer seemed to get it back though. He did get a way better exit. I thought Jacob was going to get a better exit off of that and go for that there. Let's see what's happening out front. We got a few gaps building. Scotty behind Raceway up into 6th right now. Let's see if he can catch that Ferrari. I got Nexus in the pits. Probably has some damage off of some sort of minor incident that happened on the restart after that safety car there. Oh, quite a few positions changing. James and Jacob, what's happening with them here? Both racing points are changing positions. Not sure if this was intentional or what is happening there. I think our closest gap is between Nice and Spicer and Darson there. No, Darson and Johnny, sorry. Oh, and we got Vatches getting pretty close to Hugh Sam there. I'm really interested to see what these two are going to do. Hey Trem, what's up? So Vattel is trying to keep the gap under a second behind Hugh Sam. Raceway is going to have to try and keep up to them, but he's going to be a little bit worried about Scotty catching up to behind him right now. Because that gap is breaking down under a second right now as well. Oh, I see Darson got up from Johnny there now. DRS is now enabled, so that's going to be helping out quite a few drivers here. They're going to have to just rely on the overtake alone. That overtake button is, I don't know how much of an advantage it is for some guys, but it does give you quite a boost here in F1 2020 compared to the 5 different settings we had for manual ERS in F1 2019, gotta say. There is that extremely close gap. Here it is between Scotty and Raceway going. Raceway doing an excellent job though, trying to keep Scotty behind. Scotty just trying to get some more points. Third in the championship, doesn't want to stay there. As much points as he can get, it's definitely going to help him out. Oh, and James gets past Nice and Spicer there. That gap is still pretty close. Not sure if Nice and Spicer is going to try and get it back here. He's going to have to try and get a better exit off of this turn to get it though. Let's see if he's going to get DRS to get that done. He is going to get the DRS and going to have to use overtake. Not sure if he's going to get close enough before to get to that chicane. I don't think so. He does seem to be... oh, Vangelis with a 3-second penalty. Mitch with a 3-second penalty. Vangelis is going to have to want to be careful of those penalties. The penalties are really going to add up coming down to the end of this race. And Gilligaff losing the lead of the race to Crooksy. Crooksy leading the race now. What happened between Crooksy and Gilligaff? Not sure. But Gilligaff is trying to catch Crooksy back now. Gap is under a second. I don't think they have any damage. Doesn't seem that now that Mercedes has absolutely no damage. Not sure if Crooksy has any. We're gonna have a look at him. Nope, he is good as well. Everyone is good running out front. So let's see if they're gonna catch each other or not. Vattel is still trying to catch Huge Sam here. He is under some serious pressure in terms of championship points. Gonna have to try and do better than Huge Sam to keep the lead here. He definitely doesn't want to lose points, so you're going to have to also be careful about risking an overtake move. If he does get close enough, he's going to have to be careful about this one. I got Rob getting very close to Jacob down there on the back as well. Mix of strategies playing through, and there's going to be another set of pit stops happening pretty shortly too. By the time I get to lap 20 something at least, I assume. Oh, we got James past Johnny right now. Let's see if Johnny can get it back as he is going to go. Let's see, not using his overtake, surprisingly. Let's see if he's going to try moving to turn 1. Doesn't look like he might. He's going to keep it behind for now. Not sure if this is a waiting game for him or he's just trying to get him without using up his ERS. Might be saving that ERS for something else, but something is definitely brewing between his mind right now. Not going to try for the move on James. Might be thinking he can get this done without that, but or maybe he's thinking, you know what, I'm running a different strategy from here. Might not be worth it to force an overtake move. He is running on hards, and we do have James running on mediums, but he's gonna have to try and keep up with James at least. Does have the DRS activated and keeps going with that. gap out front between Dilligaf and Crooksy still under a second. Not seeing anything getting to happen there pretty shortly. Following with Jacob and Rob here. Oh, I think Dilligaf is getting extremely close. Let's see what's happening out front. It is. Let's see if anything's going to happen through turn 1 using DRS, not using overtake, trying to save up that ERS. Back to this one, another 3-second penalty. I hope he doesn't get disqualified from this race because of penalties. That's about 3 or 4 penalties I've seen him get so far. He's going to have to be extremely careful. That's going to really affect his performance in the race coming down to the end with points against Huge Sam. So leaders of the race right now are Crooksy and Dilligaft fighting it out for P1 at that 25 points. And I don't know who's going to get the extra point here. We're going to see who gets it down to the end and who's getting driver of the day. So we still will have 18 drivers in the race, only 2 drivers out. We have had 1 VSC, 1 safety car, triggered a lot of pit stops, early pit stops with that VSC at the start of the race. Oh, Mass Baron with a 5-second penalty. Gonna want to be careful there. 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane is not easy to deal with. You're gonna have to serve it if you do have to go back in the pits again, or you're gonna have to just add it onto your time down to the end of the session. Let's see who else is running close. I got Darson getting extremely close to Raceway right now. So Red Bull and a Ferrari fighting it here. Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, Mitch. Oh, sorry, Mass Baron is in the pit, so puts Mitch up there. So we got quite a few cars very close together on this section in the midsection field here going. Got a Ferrari, Red Bull, and a Racing Point with a Renault coming right behind them. Johnny Stokes with a 3-second penalty. Gonna want to be careful about those penalties right now. That gap seems to be staying by half a second. Oh, we got Darson going past Raceway, going into turn 1. Gets it done. Raceway now into P7. With James just behind him in that Racing Point. James is chasing him down. Going to try to get a move done off of Raceway here pretty soon. I'm not sure if Raceway has damage. Trying to go side by side. Not getting a gap to go on as yet. Not a good chance to take an overtake here. So he's not going to do it. Might be keeping it for the back straight. This is some exciting racing here today from this league. Gotta say. We're gonna keep following James right now as he's getting ever so close to Raceway. Gonna get a move done at some point. We're hoping here to see. Oh, locks up. James gets past. Let's see if he gets a better exit. No, Raceway gets it back, but Raceway did lock up into that turn there, so did give James an opportunity, but they did have a bit of contact. James is now still in 8th running behind that Ferrari. Let's see if he's going to get it down the pit straight with DRS now going to be activated, and he has just a little bit of overtake to use. Got a Renault Mercedes fighting behind these two as well, if you guys can see it in the background. So quite a lot of battles going on. It's so much to follow, as I think Crooksy is getting increasingly close to Dilligaf right now. Mass Baron just being overtaken there. He's being lapped there actually. That's where we see the blue flags. Dilligaf is going to have to fight it really hard against Crooksy to keep the lead of this race going down. His tires are 4 laps older. He's going to have to try and maintain grip on those tires as he goes, not making any mistake in that Mercedes. Under a lot of pressure right now. Oh, we got Rob got past James there, Jacob there, sorry. Oh, got DRS using overtake. He's definitely trying to get the move done on Dilligaf. Let's see if he's going to get it done. Oh, going side by side into that chicane. That's not an easy one. Does get it done. Let's see. Edwin cut the corner. Oh, Mercedes loses it. Goes into the wall. Loses the front wing. Dilligaf has some problems here now. Tried for a overtake move. Got it done very good. Quite excellently actually, but lost the rear end getting off that chicane and put the car into their pit wall there. So that's a safety car right there. For some reason, why is it a safety car? No one was damaged. I think Dilligaf is still running. Yeah, he is. He just has a damaged wing. Maybe a lot of debris on that part of the track, so they're going to have to fix it. Dilligaf is going to lose the lead of this race. I'm not sure how badly this is going to affect him. We're already on lap 21. He was going to have to pit at some point anyway, but now he's going to have to take a pit stop under the safety car and change his front wing. Hopefully the safety car saves him some time. I'm not sure if it will in terms of all of this happening here. What's going to be the effect when he gets out back at the pits. A lot of pit stops happening down at the back, and I have a lot of pit stops happening out front. As you see, the top 5 guys, their tires are over 10 laps old, so definitely they're going to be pitting those mediums and trying to get onto a next set of mediums, I assume, to go to the end of the race on here. This has been some excellent racing. I gotta say, Dilligaff did an excellent overtake off of Crooksy there though, getting through that chicane and then just losing the rear end. I've actually done it before. It's not as hard to lose that rear end when you get off there. You gotta just be so careful with it, but I think it was a little bit risky, but he did seem to get it done quite comfortably. He is currently changing on. Let's see where he's gonna go on to a next set of mediums, changing that front wing. He is gonna lose some positions here though, I think quite a few positions. Let's see how much where he's going to get out. Seems to be getting out in 5th so far. Oh, a lot of pit stops. So let's see if he comes back in 2nd. It's not going to be that bad, which does seem to be happening. Dilligaff is coming back out in P2 because of all of the pit stops that happen here. Crooksy in P1. Dilligaff running in P2. He's going to be able to catch up to the safety car queue and get back in the race for the championship points, getting out into P1. Hopefully he can take pole in this race. I'm not sure, but he's going to be quite a bit of a gamble for him. So he's going to be on fresher tires, but Crooksy there running on softs. This is going to be interesting now to see what's going to happen, because Crooksy took a pit stop as well, but he's changed on to softs to go to the end of the race. This is over 12, less 13, actually 13 laps to go on those softs. At least 12 laps are going to be on racing, another lap or so on behind a safety car or 2. So let's say at least 11 to 12 laps of racing on soft. How possible is this? Because we did see quite a lot of cars had to pit a little bit earlier than that in terms of the start of the race, who did start on these softs. So it's going to be a close call for Crooksy here right now. He's going to have to do some serious tire management, and then at the same time he's going to have to fight it out with Dilligaff, because Dilligaff is not going to take it easy on him after that incident that happened there. And Vagilis is now up into P3. Huge Sam now up into P4. They're just behind each other. Scotty there, BS behind them in P5. Dawson running P6. Raceway 7. Johnny 8. James 9. Nice and Spicer 10. Rob is 11. Wooly 12. Jacob 13. We got Jordan 14. Nexus 15. Georgie is 16. Mitch is 17. And Mass Baron running all the way at the back in 18th. So let's see what's going to happen when you come down to the end of this safety car, which maybe at the end of this lap, hopefully the guys have cleared off the track with all the carbon fiber that came off of Dilligaff's car. It is so like Mercedes though, taking some chances in terms of overtakes. You know, he did get it done. I gotta say, good job on Dilligaff for getting that overtake done, but he just lost the rear end off the exit of the chicane, so just couldn't control the car. Had no choice. It ended up in the wall. But you know what? I think it's a good thing that, you know, that car wasn't totaled, and you know, he's not out of the race. It could have been a DNF, so he was lucky on that one to just have a damaged front wing and then have a safety car happen, so he could actually change his front wing, because if there was no safety car, he would not be in P2 right now, I can guarantee you that. So I think we're going to get back racing here pretty shortly, hopefully. Let's see. I haven't seen a graphic as yet, or I don't know if we're going to have to go another lap behind this safety car here. Hopefully we get racing going into lap 24. I'm not sure as yet. I haven't seen a graphic as yet, but it doesn't seem like we are, because we're already in sector 3 going through. I guess we're probably going to have to go another lap under the safety car. So once again guys, if you've enjoyed watching this, please do leave the video a like and let us know in comments after the live stream. Even drivers, if you enjoyed watching it, let me know, so you know we can make some sort of arrangement on this. If we're going to be doing this every week or not, I would love to do this every week, because it does seem to be some excellent racing happen in this league. So the teams on the pit wall there showing their guys what positions they are. On one lap they're roaring. We got Jacob now taking a pit stop there. Probably went into the back of someone during the safety car, I'm not sure. Does tend to happen, I've done it before. So we're now on lap 24 running under the safety car still. We have about 11 laps remaining in the race. We're going to have about 10 laps of racing because on lap 25 I assume we should be going back to racing here now. Hopefully, who's at the back? Jacob is going to be able to catch up to the safety car queue before we get back racing here. Can't say we've been disappointed this afternoon. This is excellent racing from everyone in this league here this Friday or Friday evening for most of you. Friday afternoon for me. It's still afternoon. It's getting to evening now. It's now 6:15 p.m. for me, which I assume should be about 11:15 p.m. for you guys in Europe. Funny enough, most of the leagues I stream for are from Europe. Oh, safety car in this lap. There we go. We're getting back racing. That is what we want to see anyway here. Let's see if Dilgaf can get a move off of Prix. So remember, as they were on the safety car, no one was using ERS, so all their overtake is now full. Oh, Dilgaf with a 5-second penalty, severe collision with Mass Barron. How the heck did that happen? He's all the way at the back. Not sure how that happened, but that's not going to go too well. Maybe that's going to be removed through, you know, doing the incidents report and stuff that the guys do at the end, so let's forget about that for now. Alright, so we're about to get back racing here. Let's see, we're going to focus on Dilgaf right now and let's see what he's going to get done. Quite a few positions changing already. Not sure if that's supposed to happen as yet. Mass Baron's car was ghosted, so I don't know why that happened. That's quite weird. Alright, so we got Dilgaf tracing down Crooksy now. Quite a few gaps. Short getting past Wooly there. Let's see what's happening down at the back here. James getting pretty close to Johnny here as well. We're going to follow them for now. Oh, Crooksy already getting a lead with those soft tires off of Dilgaf. But remember, he has to go to the end of the race on those tires. He only has 10 laps now. But so I think he actually potentially can make it quite safely with the tires to the end. So Dilgaf is going to have to work extra hard on his mediums to try and push it down to the end here now. Let's follow down to midfield right now to see what actually is happening, because quite a few overtakes are going to try and go. Let's see. So I got a few positions here. Rob got past Wooly. I think someone else got Masban got past Mitch down at the back there, I think. Oh, Nexus got past George. Quite a bit to follow here. Oh, Vadulus is running P3, huge in P4 still. So they're still chasing down each other here. Crooksy with the fastest lap there. Rookie has left the session, might have been disconnected. I think or maybe he has left. He was out of the race, probably was just watching. Jacob retired from the session. Not sure what happened there. Is that going to be a VSC? It is a VSC. Let's see if we can see what happened to his car. Not sure. He might have retired into the pits. I'm not sure what happened. I see his car in the pits. So that's a VSC. That's not going to be... I don't think Cooksy's going to be happy about that. Dilgaf has gotten right to the rear of him right now as we're getting back racing here pretty shortly. Let's see if this is going to be going anywhere. No one wants to be speeding on the safety car. Going to have to be careful. Make sure the 5-second penalty for speeding. No, sorry, so severe collision with Rob. As I think we're about to get back racing. No, not as yet. We still have that VSE sign flashing there. Track is still yellow all around. Cooksy is trying to get as far away as he can from Dilgaf right now. He's trying to keep as close as he can, Dilgaf there, before we do get back to racing, which should be by the time we get to the pitch right here. Here we go. We're getting back racing now. There we go. So everyone's going to go for their overtake move now. Let's see who is close enough to do it. I got Jord is very close to someone. He was fighting it with Nexus. That's a bit gone. Oh, we got Wooly in the pits. I still got a Badulus and Huge Sam trying to fight it out. Scotty with another 3-second penalty. Guys are going to want to be so careful with these penalties because they're really going to affect your race down at the end. Cooksy is working very hard to try and keep the gap over a second between himself and Dilgaf. Dilgaf still trying to keep it under a second though. So it's a great fight out front right now. Nice and Spicer got past Nexus there. Rob got past. Oh, Rob and Dodgy is in the pits. What is happening down here? Oh, That was a McLaren into something, some sort of barrier down the side. Lost the left side of the front wing. Who exactly is he battling with here? It's a ghosted car trying to get past him. I think that's either Doiji or Maz Baron, not sure. Maz Baron's car, yep. Dilligaf for the fastest lap of a 110. Oh, the gap has gotten so close up front. Let's follow along as Crooksy is trying to keep Dilligaf behind, but Dilligaf is running excellently even on medium tires. So those softs are going to wear away pretty fast off of Crooksy's car. So he's going to have to come under pressure at least by lap 31, 32 under from, but he's already under pressure from Dilligaf right now. As I think Hugh needs to work a little bit harder to catch Vagilis there. He's still under a second, the gap is, but these guys race so well that the gap has to be less than half a second for it to even be challenging for them. Oh, did get for the 3-second penalty. That's really going to come into play down at the end of this race. These guys are also close together, so penalties really are going to change the positions by the time we get to the race finish here. Crooksy's still chasing, well, sorry, Digigap still chasing Crooksy. 0.3 of a second that gap is. Trying to use the slipstream, I see, not coming out to the side. Didn't want to take the chance. Not on that occasion again, he says, as they go through the pit straight there. That's a yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what happened there. Next is with a 3-second penalty. Gonna have to want to be careful about those. This is gonna be a battle down to the end of the race, I think, between the Haas and the Mercedes. Dilligaf doing an excellent job though of chasing him. Also Crooksy doing an excellent job of keeping that Mercedes behind. Dilligaf is going to have to work extra hard to try and find a gap to go on here. He's using DRS. He has overtake to use, but nothing seems to be working for Dilligaf right now. Not just getting a go. It's just right on the rear of Crooksy. Crooksy's just not giving an inch. Gotta say, these gaps are excellently close right now. It's been less than half a second for quite a few laps going. Maz Baron with another penalty there. Oh, they're coming side by side now as they go. Let's see, he's gonna try it again. No! Oh, that's the Mercedes into the wall. Lost his front wing. Oh, that's not gonna end well. I don't think he took the correct way into the pits. Hopefully doesn't get a penalty for that. That's gonna be Dilligaf way down in the points now. That's a VFC. He took a gamble and went for the overtake on the same spot again. Did try to get it done on the outside this time instead of the inside. Was getting it done until he lost his car and just went into that wall. I'm not sure if there was any contact. There might have been some contact there between Dilligaf and Crooksy, but Crooksy still leads the race. I'm not sure. I can't call it on that one. I'm not sure about it. But now Crooksy leads the race. But I don't know what to say for Dilligaf right now. He fought a good battle out in front to try and get the lead off of Crooksy, but now that has cost him. It's only about 5 laps left to go, as we have Huge Sam here with Vagilis just behind him, chasing him down. 0.4 of a second is the gap. Wooly just got past Dilligaf. Maybe on his way out of the pits that happened there. Jordan is in the pits right now. So now the main battle is going to be, I guess, between Huge Sam and Vagilis here. They are chasing each other pretty closely. Hopefully we don't have the same incident happen on the same part of the track there again next to that wall of champions. But Dilligaf drove an excellent race today. I gotta say, oh, Scotty got past Darson there. Oh, they're still fighting it out. Darson trying to come back, but it's gonna have to hold it in P5. The gap is still pretty close. Vagilis with a 3-second penalty again. These penalties are really gonna add up with Vagilis here, with him fighting Huge for the championship. Quite a bit of a gap behind down at the back. Oh, we got Dilligaf in the pits again. He might have taken some damage. He's changing yet another front wing, so he did take some damage off that overtake with Willie apparently. Something might have happened. Does Wooly have any damage? Trying to have a look right now. Doesn't seem to. He seems to be fine. Let's switch on back to out in front between Vagilis and Hughes Sam here. They're still going at it. Dilligaf was having an excellent race. Now having an horrible race, out of the points right now. Not a good day for that Mercedes car. I think his teammate, that's Nice and Spicer there, I think if that's I'm correct, is running in 11th out of the points as well. Has about 2 seconds to catch up to Wooly to try and get that last paying point position. On lap 32 right now, so running out of time as Vagilis is here as well if he wants to get past Hugh Sam. Of course, I don't know how much that's going to matter with the penalties that he has. Is going to come into play as well, but it is some excellent racing from these guys from start to finish. We've had battles happening. We've had safety cars. We've had VSCs. It's been a good battle all the way through. But let's see if Vagilis can still get it done. He's still going to try and get past Hugh Sam if he can. But Hugh Sam trying to catch up to Crooksy, who's out in front. Crooksy driving an amazing race right now. I think I just saw a McLaren spinning at the back. I'm not sure if that was correct or if it was just turning through. That's George. That wasn't McLaren. That was George spinning out at the back there. Oh, Gap has gotten so close. He was thinking about going on the outside, not getting it done. Vagilis is going to have to try it. He has just about 2 more laps to do this if he's going to get it done. And hopefully no more safety cars or VSC. If we do have another VSC, we're probably going to end the race close to the end of that. Oh, that's James with a 110.6. And where is James running? He's running in 9th. He's getting fastest lap, so that's an extra point for him. Following on with Huge right now as we see Vagilis chasing him down right now there. Getting ever so close, trying to go side by side into that corner. Not the one corner you want to try to do it as Crooksy and Dilly. You guys did try it twice and had incidents on both occasions. Has been an excellent battle, trying it on the inside right now. Not getting it done. He's just not finding the correct gap to go on as he's now running out of laps to do this. So Vagilis still chasing down Huge right now. What are close gaps do we have? We still have Johnny behind Raceway, Nexus behind Johnny. And I think that's about the closest for battles we have. Wooly is still... Oh, Nice and Spicer got up into P10, so that Mercedes is getting 1 point there. Dilligaf running in P14. And I think that's going to be his finishing position on this race. But let's see if Vagilis can get anything done on Huge Sam here. Even though he has a lot of penalties, I think he has more penalties than Huge Sam. I'm not sure if Huge Sam has any penalties at all even. But Crooksy still out front, 3.6 seconds. Running excellent on those softs. Now not under threat from Dilligaf. So he is going to try to save the sides bit. Oh, they're trying to go wheel to wheel. No, not a good section. You really want to do this, guys. But we've seen so many incidents happen here. They're still going to be fighting it pretty hard. That gap is not going to go over a second as we've seen for lap by lap so far. They're still chasing each other as we're into lap 35 now into this race. The final lap here for the Canadian Grand Prix today with the VFL F1 Esports League. Excellent racing from these guys from start to finish. Johnny just got past Nexus. So Johnny's up into P7, Nexus down with the P8. I think positions are really going to be affected down at this race because of penalties. Oh, that front wing got really close to the rear of that Alfa Romeo. I'm really hoping. Oh, Vagilis got past. Oh, they're going side by side. He hasn't gotten him as yet. Oh, has to hold it back into P3. Did try and fight it, go side by side. Did get past for just a minor second or two there. Alright, just have 1 sector left to do this now. Let's see if Vagilis can get this done. He's going to have to try it into that chicane, going through for the Wall of Champions if he's going to want to do it. Has not much overtake to use. He's going to push it all the way. Let's see. He's using his DRS. He's going to go side by side. I'm not sure if he's going to get this on. Let's see how this goes into this section. No, he's not going to have it. He's going to have to hold it in P3 as Crooksy takes pole position for the race. And we have Hugh Sam coming for P2. Radulus goes P3. Oh, gets pushed down. Scotty takes P3. Radulus goes P4. Dawson takes P5. Raceway goes P6. Johnny Stokes goes P7. Oh, Raceway goes to P5. Darson comes down to P6. James now takes P7. Positions are going to change like crazy because of the penalties given out. Johnny in P8. No, 9th. There we go. Nexus takes P8. Johnny takes P9. Let's see where Nice and Spicer comes along. If he's going to actually take P10 for this race and get to at least 1 point for Mercedes here today. Oh, doesn't go across the finish line. Not sure what just happened. Oh, he did. Not sure what happened. I think he missed that chicane there. Alright, so Nice and Spicer goes 12. Woody takes 10. Rob takes 11. Doiji takes 13. Dilligaff is going to be finished, I guess, in 14. Baron is going to take 15. And Mitch in 16. Jordan finished. He's 17. Jacob 18 didn't finish. Reds 19 didn't finish as well. And that is it for the Canadian Grand Prix here today with the VFL F1 Esports League, guys. Excellent race from everyone. Let's see who got driver of the day now. Driver of the day goes to Darson. Did drive an excellent race there in that Red Bull. Good job to him. Guys, so congratulations to Crooksy. They're taking pole position for the race. Let's see how that went. Let's get our results table up here. There we go, we have it. So it's both Haas on pole here with one Renault. So we got Crooksy taking P1, Huge takes P2, Scotty takes P3, Vadges takes P4, Raceway takes P5, Darson 6, James goes P7, Nexus takes P8, Johnny Stokes takes P9, Woody takes P10. That's the top 10 for points there. Rob takes 11, Nice and Spicer goes 12, Doji goes 13, Dilligaff having an excellent race, then get 2 overtakes messed up and goes all the way down to 14th. Baron goes 15th, Mitch goes 16, George goes 17, Jacob 18, Red 19, and Brookie first to be knocked out of this race, finished 20th on the grid. So excellent race here for today for the VFL F1 Esports League. Thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did, and hopefully we can see you again next week with another race from them. So until then, see you guys. We do have another Esports League tomorrow. It's going to be All Stars Racing F1 League with the Canadian Grand Prix tomorrow as well. So hopefully a good battle between Irish and Milan for that race, for the driver standing. So we're going to have a look at that tomorrow, guys. Thank you guys for joining us.